trying to kind of change up all the wording anyway. It's going to be a little more fluid, I hope. There's nothing that says we have to read the same thing.
Somebody thinks so, but I'm not quite sure who the somebody is, so since,
I have no idea, but we had a chat.
good. Chatting is always a positive thing.
Well, good morning. I guess you can hear me now. Welcome to the Umpqua Unitarian Congregation, Universalist Congregation, excuse me. I left out a very important word, I know. Okay, I'm getting a high sign from, I can't actually discern what she's trying to tell me, so I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm Glennis Peterson, and I wish to thank our greeters, Ellen Mary Herring, is that right? And they do a wonderful job. You have no idea how much that entails. It's not just standing at the door waiting for someone to come in or give them a thing. They've got a lot of extra duties. So I really want to let you know I appreciate you guys. Please check out your insert in the order of service where it lists any upcoming events. And I'd like to gently remind you to turn off your phone if you have one. Now, Fish has been in existence, I personally know, since the early 70s. I don't know when it really started, but it's been decades and generations of people that it has helped feed. And so right now, we would like to take donations because we do participate in a Fish program along with several other churches. So we would welcome any cash or food donation you might have. I want you to know how much your donations are appreciated by those who suffer from food insecurity in this community. Thank you. So welcome to all of you at home. I'm so glad you're joining us. I also want to thank Jake Tranter in the back, Sean Shea over here for our music, and Genevieve Gonzalez in the office, without whom I'm not sure how we can function. Today, our speaker is the lovely Donna Smith. And Donna, if you would come up, please, for just a moment. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do anything. I just want to take a moment to tell you about Donna Smith. She has many functions in our beloved community. Not only is she one of our regular speakers, it's okay, in this congregation, she's also an accountant who keeps our financial records. She provides spiritual guidance for all who needs her. So today we'd like to acknowledge her as chaplain of our congregation. Thank you.
I'm official. Look how beautiful it
if you want.
I won't even put the thing down.
Okay.
I'll just go like this. Thank you. No, this is quite an honor, and I want you to know how much I love all of you, and I'm here for you, and it's just, it makes my heart sing when I can help others. So please, even if you want somebody just to listen, I'm a really good listener. So I'm here for all of you, and this is quite an honor. Thank you so much.
We come to this hour knowing that it is but an hour. Yet, all of the hours in the week, this is one that is set apart. An hour that is saved. An hour that is savored. It is a time for us to recognize what gives life meaning. It's a time to honor what we value. It is a time to celebrate our lives. Let us then celebrate and recognize that we might fully savor this hour we have saved. The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, worry about the future, or anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. Live each moment completely, and the future will take care of itself. Fully enjoy the wonder and beauty of each instant. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing number 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
In this congregation, we remember our joys and concerns by lighting candles, either silent or spoken. And so if you have anything you would like to share, light a candle for, silent or spoken, please form a line to my right. And please try to be brief. Give your name. This congregation is supported by the voluntary generosity of all who join us. The offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared hopes and values. They hit them pretty good. For the gifts we have received today, we are truly grateful. We are therefore committed to using these gifts to expand our beloved community and to make a difference in this world. Thank you.
All our best laid future plans are built on clouds in fairyland, while all we've gathered in our hands dissolves like castles made of sand. We strain and strive as best we can to make the world meet our demands. Come close of day, our prophets stand at best, a flash in an empty hand. I wanna live in the presence of your ever-living love. But yesterday has passed away, leave tomorrow for another day. The living present, let me always stay in the presence of your love. Our actions made in ignorance of laws of truth and consequence, think that subsequent events occur as random accidents. You'd think it would be common sense by making an experiment, like a dog with an electric fence. We'd learn from our experience. I wanna live in the presence of your ever-living love. But yesterday has passed away, leave tomorrow for another day. Living present, let me always stay in the presence of your love. If our entire life is spent in making great accomplishments, to find they're just entanglements of karma, it's too late to repent. In view of this predicament, if we are more intelligent, we'll seek a path that's different to end our long imprisonment. I wanna live in lifespan is measured by the second hand. Like the season of the snow-made man, it ends as soon as it began. But by God's grace we'll understand our life and death are in His hands. Then may we follow heaven's plan to love and serve our fellow man. I wanna live in the presence of your ever-living love. For yesterday has passed away. Leave tomorrow for another day. In the living present, let me always stay. In the presence of your love. In the presence of your love. In the presence of your love.
Thank you very much, Sean. That was awesome. I would now like to introduce Donna Smith. She is a Unity Worldwide Ministry spiritual leader whose training focused on pastoral care. She is most happy when she can help others find peace and joy in their lives. She is also a Unity chaplain, a Taizé prayer leader and trainer, a Reiki master and practitioner, a nonviolent communication teacher, a student and a teacher in A Course of Miracles, a teacher of the Way of Mastery, and is active in our Cares and Concerns ministry, and she is our chaplain. Donna. I put that on my toe.
Sending healing.
Thank you. Go ahead, I'm going to adjust the mic while I'm up
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now? Really well? Okay, good. Great. Wow. Thank you, Sean, for that song. It was perfect. Loved it. Yes. And good morning, everyone. Very happy to see you again. We're going to talk today about finding the wonder in the present moment. I went to Sherm's the other day, and I bought groceries. And I put them on the belt, and I paid for them, and I took my cart out to my car, and I looked in my cart, and there was nothing there. And for this split second, only a split second, I was confused. And I said out loud, "Where are my groceries?" And then, of course, I came back to reality and realized I had left them on the belt. So with a red face, I turned around and went back in, and sure enough, there's the clerk and the next customer looking like, "Where is she?" And I got my groceries and left. Have any of you had any kind of experience like that? If you have, raise your hands. If you did not raise your hands, you're in denial. Even if you're young, let me tell you, those things happen to all of us. So where did I go? For that moment from, paying for the groceries to getting to my car, where was I? I have no idea. But I certainly wasn't in the present moment, but it seems to be my MO that I'm always thinking about the next moment. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm getting groceries, but then I've got to go over here and do this and do that. And we're really never entirely in the present moment. And then those kind of things happen. Some of them are really funny, and some of them might not be so funny. So, do you have a big, long list of things you need to do to improve yourself? Do you have ideals that you struggle to live up to? If you do, what happens if you say to that list of all those things, who really cares? And who really cares? What happens if you decide you are perfect right now instead of thinking you have to live up to these preconceived ideas of what you think you should be before you can say, I am perfect, or now everyone will like me? Do you feel a sense of discomfort and unease about your life or what is happening around you? That's easy to do today, isn't it? It is these feelings of misery, unhappiness, or pain that keeps us from fully feeling alive and authentic. It may cause us to hold everything at arm's length because we haven't figured it out, or it may lead us to struggle to put everything right so the discomfort will go away. The thing is, we will never figure out everything and how to put it right. But we spend so much time trying to do that, don't we? We want to change everything so that we can be happy. So what if you stopped resisting the way things are? What if you just accept that you have feelings and thoughts of resistance to discomfort, loss, pain, shame, dullness, and all those emotions that we sometimes experience? What if you realize you don't have to like it and you don't have to approve of your own reactions to these things? I spent a lot of time thinking, because I'm in this profession ministry, that I had to be perfect. I couldn't be angry. I couldn't be mad. I had to be on top of things. And it just about killed me until I realized, you know what, Donna, it's okay. You can be angry. And, you can be upset about this. You don't have to like everybody. You don't have to like everything. And as soon as I realized that, everything started to heal. And all of the anger and all of that stuff just kind of faded away because I accepted it. And, I still get angry occasionally, not very often, but at least I know now it's okay to be angry, and I work my way through that. So what if you realize all you have to be is yourself? That's all you have to be, And you do not have to turn away from your life in order to do that, to make it something different that somebody else tells you that it should be. So what if you decide to stop postponing appreciation for your life until everything is perfect? Does anybody here have a perfect life? Not by our definitions that have been given us, right? So let's start making our own definitions of what that means to each one of us, because it's different for each one of us. So what if you throw out the strident disapproval you have been carrying around in your heart as if it would shame everyone into changing? No. What if you loosen your grip on the almighty list of the ways that things should be and experience the bittersweet intimacy of the way things actually are? And what happens when you do this? You wake up and you're in the driver's seat again. That's what happens. You come home to your life like Dorothy, waking up in Kansas and being so delighted to be back in the situation she had so recently ran away from. You're waking up from the dream, huh? Can you see that this has nothing to do with liking or not liking what's going on? That's a big one today, isn't it? We have some challenges about that. It doesn't deny or sanitize or reinterpret your experience at all. It doesn't say anything about what you're going to do next. It is entirely about being fully present right now. Being fully present right now in the only moment that we have, the present moment. You are here in this moment. You are alive in this moment. You can only do things in this moment. You can only think in this moment. And this is where your power is. So this aliveness in every moment, if you choose to look at it at each moment with conscious awareness, then you move back into that power. And you really know what's going on. Because when you are not in the present moment, you don't even know how you truly feel. You're somewhere else, in the past or in the future, and you're not with the present moment. But right now is where you have freedom of choice. Right now is where the beauty and the wonder of your life can be appreciated. Right now is where you can leap free of the stories that you have created in your mind, and you can begin to see clearly. Nothing in the universe obstructs us from experiencing our lives in the way that we want. We are the ones that do that. We are the ones that obstruct ourselves and keep us from that life we want that's just out there, isn't it? But all these other things are influencing us, and we just can't seem to reach it. It is nobody else's decision, it is ours. So, regardless of what's happening, no matter how many regrets you've had, no matter how much misery you may be experiencing, no matter if the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket, which it seems like it's doing right now, in this moment, you don't have to make any excuses at all. You can show up with utter earnestness and dignity, regardless of what's happening. The only thing that gets in the way, again, is our own mind, which means that all we have to do is learn to get out of our own way. And how do we do that? Conscious thought in the moment, in the present moment. Now, each one of us is an eternal being with infinite possibilities. You've heard me say that so many times. I want us all to really know that. And we create and we evolve. That's how it has to be. That's the laws of the universe. We can't go backwards. It may seem like it, but we cannot go backwards. We can only go forward. Sometimes it's like this, though. You know, it's that little, that we think we've regressed, but you're still going forward because you're learning from those little regressions there. So we are evolving beings. And we're so powerful that we are the ones that brings the aliveness in the present moment. Nothing else does. It's us. It's totally dependent on how we think about what's going on and how we are accepting what's going on so then we can deal with it from our wisdom. Now, the past is very potent, isn't it? It's very powerful. It can come up, and guess what we do? We feel those feelings again. Our body even responds like it did before, because it actually affects our physical beingness. And we let the past control our present moment. When we are in the past, two things can happen. We can be in the past and bring up these moments of joy and love and just re-feel those wonderful, loving feelings that we had in that past moment. And that's fun, isn't it? We love that. You know, your heart is smiling, your body is alive, and we relive those beautiful feelings, and you feel fantastic. You remember your first kiss, the moment you fell in love, your first marriage, or your second or third or whatever. Yeah. The birth of your children. Yeah, the memorable vacation. That recovery back to health. And your body's alive, isn't it? Because you remember those wonderful things. And that's because they're based in love. Love is the most wonderful thing that we can do to ourselves. Think about it, do it, and really experience it. But we do another thing also. We bring back past moments that were fearful and painful into the present moment in our mind, and we relive them as if they are happening again. And that's because we're quantum beings, which I won't go into right now. But it's actually happening again to us. And what do? Our body, our emotions, and everything reacts to that event back in the past. And those are not fun. The heart is filled with sadness. Your body is again suffering. And from those experiences, they are not contributing to our happiness and our health in the present moment. Excuse me. We are so powerful that we can use our mind to create future expectations and scenarios in our mind and experience them in the present moment. Again, two things can happen. We can make plans ahead for that first marriage, second, third, fourth, whichever. Having a child, going to college and graduating, going on that vacation of a lifetime, all of those things. And we live those things in the moment by thinking about them, and our bodies are affected in the moment because of that. Or we can worry about the future. Okay, will I have enough money? Will I be alone the rest of my life? What if something happens to me or one of my loved ones? What if I get ill? What if the economy fails? Or what if my marriage, first, second, third, or fourth, whichever one, doesn't last? These thoughts do not contribute to our health and our happiness. In fact, they block us from experiencing health and happiness. And we are living from a base of stress. Bhagavad Das said, worrying is praying for something you don't want. Listen to that. Worrying is praying for something you don't want. And he continued, he said, so stop worrying. And I've just described what human beings are so good at, aren't we? We are so good at living in the past and living in the future and totally forgetting about the present moment. And the present moment is not about the past or the future. The past is gone and the future is not here. We've heard that so many times. But the present moment is about what is alive in you right now. Fresh, innocent, new ideas, new thoughts about, okay, I'm alive, alert, awake, and here's my new day. What am I going to do with this new day? Yeah, that's being in the present moment. Now, I'm not saying to let go of some of the past memories or the future hopes, but don't let the present moment slip by because that's where you are all the time. You can only live in the present moment. So you have, just like me, that moment from leaving that belt there to my car, I don't know where I was. I have no idea where I was, what I was thinking, or anything. So I've lost that kind of. And that's kind of what happens on a bigger scale when we are stuck in the past or we're so worried about the future that we cannot live this present moment. The Dalai Lama said, there are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday, and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and live. I love that one. So we're also all very good at wanting more, aren't we? Not being satisfied with what we have. Searching for, the greener grass on the other side. If you ever do make it to the other side, guess what? The other side's not going to make you happy. It's not going to make you happy because happiness is a decision. There's nothing outside of you that can make you happy. Lao Tzu said so many, many years ago, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. And that's why, I used to have all of these ideas about all the things I wanted, and they were all, these material things. But it's come to the point now, at my age, where all I want is inner peace. That's the most important thing to me because guess what? All these other things will either come to me or they're not even supposed to be mine. That inner peace is so important because when you get into the inner peace of the present moment, you are healthier. You can't help but be healthier. You can't help but then bring forth from you that happiness that is your decision because then it's so easy to decide to be happy. So you can only find peace in the present moment. In fact, you can only find happiness, peace, and love when you choose to be happy, peaceful, and loving, as I said. So nothing outside of you will bring this to you. I repeated this on purpose because it's very, very important that we understand that. Earl Nightingale said, "Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside of yourself to make you happy in the future. Think how really precious is the time you have to spend, whether it's at work or with your family. Every minute should be enjoyed and savored." So ask yourself, what does this beautiful present moment mean to me? For instance, where are you right now in this present moment? You have been sitting here listening or not listening to me. You may be in the present. I like what she's saying, and this can be helpful to me. You might be in the past. When will she be done? I should have just slept in this morning. Why am I here? Or you could be in the future. Oh my gosh, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? I don't have anything. I'm going to have to go to the store. That's going to take some time. Well, maybe everybody will go out to dinner tonight. So you're in the future. So it's you. You have the power every moment to choose where you are. And that great power is exciting to me. That great power means when the things aren't going so well around you, you can take that moment and come back to your peace. And that's going to help everything. Because if there's things happening around you with energy that's not happy, not life-enhancing, if you go into that, you're not going to help at all. Your power comes from staying in your peace, and then you will have the wisdom to respond to what's going around. But you can still maintain your peace. One moment, you're lying on the couch. You're lonely, nothing to do. You've already watched all of your DVDs, and you're just laying there. And then the phone rings, and someone says, "Let's go out to movie and a dinner." Boom, you jump up, and you have so much energy, you don't know what to do with it, and you're raring to go. So what happened? Within a second, a phone call, a small phone call, you went from being, tired and, unhappy to being alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic. Your mind, your choice. That's all it is. It's your choice. And, it's your choice. You decide. I've done that so many times, just being, nothing to do, blah, 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 and somebody calls and, I am ready to go. And my whole energy level changes. So it's all about our choices in every moment. Now, when we live in the past or the future, we miss life. Everything is alive in the present moment. The other day, I spent 10 minutes, I kid you not, I spent 10 minutes watching an ant carry this little piece of morsel of whatever it was that was 3 times his size. Now, normally, I wouldn't even think about that, but I was just sitting there, and I saw this little ant, and I have a great respect for little ants now. This thing was 3 times its size, and it had so much determination. So what I'm saying here is look at things around you, because the present moment is going to show you about life, it's going to teach you things, and it's going to give you a sense of peace because you're with it now, and you're not trying to change it. So it's important that we be present in the moment. And I want to extend this to listening to others, as well as communicating with them. We're not really good listeners. We need to really practice listening and being with another person. And that is making a meaningful connection. I practice that. Ever since I've been teaching Course in Miracles and nonviolent communication, all those things, I practice listening and listen to every word, every facial expression. Really listen to that person. Amazing things happen. So mindfulness, as Thich Nhat Hanh says, mindfulness, which is what we've been talking about, being mindful, is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. It is the miracle which can call back in a flash our dispersed mind and restore it to wholeness so that we can live each moment of life. my mother, before she passed, was in the Callahan Court Memory Facility. Wonderful place. And the first Christmas she was there, she wanted to give everybody presents. There's 40 people there. So we decided to go to the dollar store. And I was so delighted to find these beautiful Christmas ornaments that looked very expensive. And I only had to spend $40, although the price wasn't that important, but, that was nice. So we went back, and Mom just had so much fun just giving these ornaments to everyone there. And there was a woman there that had been there ever since we got there, and I was aware, but she always was in a wheelchair, sitting there with her head down, never saying a word, always in the same place. And the people who worked there said, she has family, but they never come. And that's all she does. Well, Mom placed this Christmas ornament in her lap, and something told me to stay. And so we stayed there. And very slowly, she cradled that in her hand, and she looked up, and she smiled at us. There was a very, very deep connection made at that point. And it changed her life because she did start to smile a bit after that. Not a lot, but Mom said, she smiled today. If we had just left, we would have never had that special moment. So be with the present moment totally, with all of your heart and your mind. Just be with it and see what happens. Amazing things happen. So I thought today we would do a meditation about being present with your body. So are you ready for some meditation? So let's just get very comfortable in our chairs. Close your eyes and just allow this moment. This moment, you are here in this beautiful sanctuary. You are with people who love you. You are safe. So breathe that in. And as you breathe, imagine that you are breathing in and out from your heart. And you are relaxing. You're letting everything else go before this moment. And now you are feeling the peace of just relaxation, breathing, being alive. And now think of something or someone that brings you so much joy, happiness when you think about them, that you can't help but smile. And feel that feeling moving throughout your body. Feel that feeling in your heart. As you breathe and think of them. And now feel that wonderful feeling moving throughout your whole body. Focus on your head. Feel the aliveness in your head, in your eyes, in your nose, in your mouth. And then feel that aliveness move down your neck into your shoulders. Relaxing. feeling the peace and the light. And feel it move down your torso. To all your organs and your back. Feel it. Feel the energy there. It's alive. And feel that energy move down into your legs and into your feet. Feel that energy pulsing. And know that you've just spent the present moment with your body. This present moment with your body has been very healthful for you. Because you brought it to life by just being with it. So I invite you to do that with everything in your life. Focus on it, feel it, touch it, smell it, feel it within your heart. And you will forever be in the present moment. So let's just breathe that in again, deeply. And when you feel like it, bring your attention to this space here. And open your eyes. Eckhart Tolle says if we do that every morning, before you get up, you will always be healthy. Your body loves it. It loves the attention. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Do I stay? Okay, stay. Stay.
Now's the time for sermon response.
Thank you, Sean.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I wanted to thank you for that. That was just amazing, the whole thing. I wrote it down. I wrote some notes down so that later I can go back to staying in the moment.
Thank you, Lori.
Oh, for sure. And I have always kind of struggled with meditating. I never really knew what I was supposed to do. And you just doing this, however long that was, I feel I started like seeing mandalas and things, and I felt like I actually touched a part of something that is in all of us that's infinite and beautiful and love.
Wonderful.
And thank you.
Yeah. See, meditation does not have to be difficult. So, yeah, wonderful, Lori. Thanks.
Donna, thank you for that wonderful sermon. Something you said during it reminded me of how when we think about the future or think about how things should be and not how they are, it can really cause us a lot of turmoil in our lives. And I thought about the many years that I was a pastor and a minister. I really believed that you loved everyone, but you also had to like them. Mm-hmm. And when I pastored out in Greene, I'll never forget, I had a parishioner that I struggled so hard to like that woman. And I tried to find ways to like her. I tried to find things about her that I could like. And no matter what I did, I kept putting it upon myself that I had to like her, and I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And finally, one day, someone said to me, "Jody, why do you think you have to like her?" And I said, well, let me think about that. And when I spent some time thinking about it, I'm like, there's no reason I have to like her. And when I accepted that and said, okay, this is where I am, I don't have to like her. And it was amazing what happened, the peace that came to me over that situation. And I've interacted with that person many times over the last 30 years, many times. And I've actually come to finding ways that I like her. So
that
when
amazing?
we let go of those expectations that we put upon ourselves, that where in the world do they come from?
Yes.
And we let go of that and just live in that moment that you're talking about. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. You know what, the way I look at it is everyone is divine, and I love them dearly because they're a part of me. Their personalities might not be so divine, okay? And I might not like, the things they do. And that's okay. It's okay to, yeah. And so when you can separate those, it's so much easier to do that, yeah. But you found a way, accepting that you felt that way. That's the first step for everything. And then change can take place if it's meant to. Yeah. Thanks,
Thank you,
Jody.
Reverend. About coming into awareness, there have been some times that it happened to me by accident. I remember discovering that the insulation on my '59 Ford plug wires were faulty by using the sense of touch. That brought me into awareness. And I remembering
Yeah, some
what kind
things
of a
in life will
person I
do
thought.
that.
Stephen? And what kind of a person I was about a millisecond or two after I'd exited an aircraft in flight. I wondered what kind of a person I was then. So these things do happen.
Yes, absolutely. But we learned from them, right? You won't touch that again, right? Any other comments? Thank you, everyone. It was wonderful being with you today. I'll do this. We need a
Fix that.
moves.
Thank you so much, Donna. Well, we want you to sit back now and enjoy living in the moment.
If this life is one act, why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path when we just want to be free. I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go of what I know I don't know, and I know I only do this by living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, living in the moment. I'm letting myself off the hook for things I've done. I let my past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I'm letting go of the thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe this way can feel the same for everyone. living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, with peace in my heart, with peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, just taking it easy. Peace in my mind, got peace in my heart, got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, easy and breezy. Peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment.
Do I want the present moment to be my friend or my enemy? The present moment is inseparable from life. So you are really deciding what kind of relationship you want to have with life. As we extinguish the flame on our chalice, we ignite it inside ourselves. Our commitment to our mission and to one another is an unquenchable flame. Let us remember that we are not alone until we light this flame next time. Please join me in singing Go Lift It Up.
Oh